This pet peeve, man. Chop it like a December 31st. Niggas where it hurts. Ah. I hate to stretch this sleeve, but I got the plug. I'm still gonna be only coming out of one ear, the left ear, cause I still got to set something up. But like I said, it's a good day when I want to show what I got going on. That's the whole purpose of doing it this way, anyways, is showing niggas, like I say, we could roll out of bed and get it cracking. That's how I always wanted it to be. So matter of fact, we're gonna show y'all some real love. I'm searching for some real love. We're gonna show you how we even getting down. We're gonna really break the fourth wall. Like I say, man, I don't just say shit. I'm gonna show you and tell you. You'll find me. So, matter of fact, here's what we're gonna do. I say I'm not an OBS head, but I didn't use it for so long. And it'll share your audio. I could do a legit live stream. I don't know what that's about, but I just want it to where niggas can see my OBS. Let's see, let's figure it out. I think because I have my OBS full screen, that's exactly what it is. The sad part though is I can't really see what I'm doing now, but I mean, that's not right though. It's not showing everything, so. You ain't gotta get scared, you already know that. Like I said, it's always gonna be a little awkward and a little whatever when I start the stream off and my audio's like this, but I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm really mad because this mic up here is supposed to be on. My lighting's supposed to be better, but we'll get to it. I mean, I guess I could just show my whole display, huh? Why is it not showing this stuff down there? I like that. Let's go to avoid any issues. So, regardless, right? So, anyways, what we're gonna do is, because of post-production, right? Post-production reasons. And I hate that I even, yep, I technically do have to do this, right? For practical sake. But, for post-production, I split the audio into two separate channels, a left and a right, so that I can, within every stream, I could download the video and I could have the audio of my mic separate in this ear from the game audio or whatever's going on in that ear, and then I can duplicate them and turn them both from mono signals into pseudo stereo signals. You know what I mean? I could duplicate them and pan them, and they can take up the stereo field. And so that way, within a stream, I have my audio separate, so it's all for post-production. But it makes the live a little unenjoyable. So I think, and this is how I'm gonna start going. Excuse me, I'm just really getting up, but been nursing. But I'm gonna start just getting more complex, and I'm gonna start complicating my thinking process and my planning process to engulf and involve everything that I'm thinking. So sometimes I have a simple solution, but then sometimes I have to go with a straight up complex solution because of variables I didn't consider. So I'm just gonna start taking a long fucking way. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how to say this visibly, but who cares? You know what I'm saying? I'll set all this up, but and I'll get an idea and I'll look for it, and this will be a live stream construction series. That's the beauty about doing production, is everything I do can turn into content. And that's what I'm trying to show you motherfuckers, is show you guys, sorry, is that the well of, that's another thing, staying professional, man. I watched one of my streams, I didn't like all the expletives and all that type of stuff. I thought I would like it, but it just doesn't go well. It's a time and place for things. But sometimes you try to show a little more of your character, but hey, it all come together. You know what I'm saying? I'll find a happy medium. At the end of the day, my goal is to be a professional and do things a certain way and cater um, my content towards the for mass consumption. You know what I'm saying? So that I can get the information out there, even though my appeal is towards who my appeal is, but that's going to be represented and dictated by my branding. But and then too, like another thing I want to speak on is I didn't want to put this on because I don't like stretching my sleeves when my hoodies are new, but I literally got the plug, and so maybe I think I'm gonna save all that shit for my Patreon. I can't give away like manufacturing game and stuff like that, like just for the general principle and idea of it. Like, my thoughts are, all my shit is coming together, man. I love this. That's why I love production, man. I could sit here and when my mic is good, my camera is good, making good content or good enough content for myself to study and review, and it helps me be more of myself. You know what I'm saying? The cameras are just gonna pick up what's there to be picked up, but um, these are thoughts and things I've thought, for a long time, and hold on, while I'm talking, let's do this. Let's just fuck around with some shit, right? Oh. I was really just trying to make it to where it's just like faded. So that you could focus on me while I'm talking, but I don't know. That's the thing too. I had to realize like the experience of watching it live is going to be way different than the experience of a post-produced video. See, I like this. You still got stuff in the background, you know. Um, let's undo my movement. I don't know what I did, but oh no, we have to do that. Whatever, you know. Um, and then we'll transform that again. Well, we're not gonna transform, will we? What did I put? I put screen, right? I learned how to do this. Ooh, I'm actually putting the wrong thing. Brother, I have to tell you the program. I don't remember it. But anyways, right? So I have no idea how any of this is bleeding through what I got going on. But see the and new? Like how is that even there? But it's all good, right? So oh well, that's hard too though, right? Ooh, that's not. Give me a little green screen. But now we're gonna put my shit normal so that I'm coming. So what was I saying? uh, I don't know, but something about me setting everything up and everything being natural. Oh yeah, I've thought these things a long time, and these things exist in my mind, and this is just a space, creative space for me to vent and put my ideas out there. A lot of these things I haven't necessarily even really thought it out all the way, or thought out all the way, but there's no need, right? So here's what I'm gonna do, right? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep explaining what I was saying while I'm setting up this audio thing. So, what I was saying about I'm gonna finish my thought, push myself, challenge myself. Um, yeah, like I said, I don't, just for the principle of certain things, like I've learned just through experience my own way of how I feel like, 'cause I used to be one of these guys and be like, oh, how can somebody say what's the best way for somebody to learn? But once you learn yourself and you know what it takes to do certain things, or you have insight, that just forms your perspective. So your perspective doesn't necessarily have to be, or it isn't always going to be 100% correct, but it's your perspective. You know what I mean? It's like how you think it is. You know what I'm saying? You think it's what you know. You know what I'm saying? So just for the general principle, I feel like certain information is better for people to go through uh, the proper channels to obtain. So like I'm not a doctor, so you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna be giving you medical advice. You know what I mean? I feel like you should go to an actual doctor who spent their time at a university and earned their degree. You know what I'm saying? And I feel you should pay them for their services. So that they could be properly compensated. And so I feel in a maybe not as deep, but maybe as deep now that I'm thinking about it. But I feel the same way about game as far as like physical manufacturing and setting up manufacturing chains and sourcing manufacturers and running an actual physical business. I feel like I could give you all that game, but I feel like I should get paid for it, and I feel like you should have to pay for it, because I feel like this society was going to help circulate the currency and stimulate growth in certain industries is people paying paying the people who deserve it. So I feel like the people who deserve certain things are going out of their way, whether I'm one of them or not. But I'm just saying my philosophy is something I would do. You go pay you pay for valuable things. And so with that being said, I'm gonna have some type of Patreon, and then once we get all of this content is gonna end up somehow, some way on a different YouTube, I think. Or maybe, I don't know. I'll have to check and see what we decided. But this is just like or maybe we'll change the name of this and make it public or whatever. I don't know. But for right now, this is just construction. It's just like literally a BTS. So if you have access to this, the 12 of you that do not take it for granted. And all my platforms, like my whole point was once I built it up, I was going to promote it more and just make this a place, because it's better than Instagram in the form that like you could use the pop-up player. You could be cutting fruit or go on a run or do something else, use your phone and watch this, because these are more long-winded, like in-depth, like interactive style programs and streams. So it's so crazy because, like I said, this kind of reminds me of 10 years ago today when I first went to Arizona State, and it was like so creative. It was so based on doing stuff like this, and I just totally wasn't. I'll say when I'll preface my statement and say when I totally wasn't interested. Like I was so, I mean, bro, I was so caught up in like just my music career. You know what I'm saying? Me being a recording artist and trying to get signed and rap and things like that. Um, and being a produce, being in production. Like I kind of, or I definitely, definitely. That's how I'm saying this shit. I definitely, I'm an artist. I'm a recording artist, man. So, um, I gotta show some love to enunciation, proper enunciation. I definitely, for a fact, um, took took my opportunity there for granted, and that's a whole nother story. But my whole thing is like they kind of they put us like the what I studied there was digital culture at the Herberger Institute, and they kind of prepared us. They were preparing us, and they prepared me obviously for the transition. So I could only imagine somebody who stayed and got their degree. I don't know. I'll tap in with some guys that I know that finished, but or maybe know something, or maybe when my show gets big enough, we'll invite them on. But I can only imagine the shit that they learned. They're probably in the craft, allegedly. We don't want to slander anybody. Some good people there, but um, I think I know one guy. One of my guys. He was in the film industry. The film industry. Uh, he was in that study, that field. So he actually ended up working in Hollywood, and yeah. Oh, because I changed my Instagram name, and I like rebranded my whole whatever, and it's not based on my actual name, even though I got my actual name on there. Uh, a lot of the people that used to be connected with me for they don't know an issue that I have is when people go through and clean through their followers, they don't know that I'm me, because my Instagram name. They don't know me by my Instagram name. So a lot of times it's harder for me to stay in contact with these people. But that's all part of branding and things like that. I'll give some game on that here. And anything that I feel like is too crazy, I feel like when we do the pre-produce, I'll just cut out. Once whatever we do, whatever. So, and even the people like that have access to this, you're still, if you really are tuned in enough to get this far into something with me. That's why I purposefully. I mean, I don't necessarily plan on doing these things a certain way, but I have general rules, so I guess I do plan to do them a certain way. But if I'm getting up on here, I'm getting dressed, or I'm doing whatever, it's the whole principle behind it is if you really want the knowledge, you got to dig deep in the well. You know what I'm saying? It's free, so why would I go out of my way? I've already done it before. Go out of my way to make it extra easy for people to gain this knowledge, and it's just not really a market for it. That to where I'm getting compensated, or properly, compensated. So that's on me, you know what I'm saying? And then while I'm building that and structuring that, you know, why not give whoever will come with me? It's like my dad, you know what I'm saying? Like or if you have an older relative, if you go wake up with them in the morning, you go help them do something, boom, they'll get you some candy or Gatorade or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You getting just being with them, they gonna take care of you. So, that's a little reward, So that's just how I'm doing things. My platform is my choice. But anyways, I'm saying all that to say it's been 10 years since I went, and 10 years after I got a whole lot of insight, and I've been around a lot of stuff, and whether I completed it and as far as like earning a certificate or not, I still gained a lot of knowledge. And so like I said, I'm not here to I mean, it wouldn't be proper for me to portray myself as an expert in things that I have no certification in. But then there are certain things in life that there is no I mean, like, there is no certification from, the conventions that exist. So, I'll just speak on those levels. So, um that's how I'm going to carry it. I'm just going to speak free flowing and just give my opinion, and my opinion is my opinion, and it's based on what it's based on. And I'll try whenever, in the best effort to not be long-winded, to provide explanation for everything that I say in context, since everybody likes that word, but which I love that word. But here we are, man. The reason we're here. So let's get this back right. What we're gonna try to do for you guys is fix the sound for the stream, right? But I don't want to completely not do it, because, and like I said, the school I went to, it was, bro, you would be waking up early and it was nothing but demonstrations on stuff like this, and you just sit there. This is your whole class, it's called labs. Like, you go to a lab and somebody's on a big ass projector and they're doing exactly what I'm doing, and you're just there learning for the day, and you have your own MacBook or whatever, and which is so crazy. I took the MacBook for granted. I didn't want to learn shit, man. I didn't want to learn shit when I really look at it. I wanted to learn, but I was there to get in that studio, and then once I couldn't do that, I was like kind of off that shit, man. That's another story, but I'm saying all to say, just so crazy how life works. Like, everything is planned a certain way, but the whole aspect of it is we want to have a separate thing for our stream, but we don't want to get rid of everything we did. And so the only problem with that is I'm going to have to duplicate the source. And so as you see, it won't let me duplicate the source. So what we're going to have to do is create a whole nother source input of these same inputs, and reroute them in the audio mixer, and that way when we do a stream, we won't have to mute. And so one thing that they will let you do is add existing. So we have the SSL, and so let's see, hopefully this changes. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So I figured that, but I didn't know that. So switching back and forth between tabs, it actually will change the sources. So if that's the case, we're going to go to our source, and what we need to do is do advanced audio properties. So why are we doing this? Because what I said is I want to do this without getting rid of what I have already going on. So if you didn't hear before, the reason I have it split in two channels is because you have a left channel and a right channel on a stereo field. So I can split those channels and turn them into two mono channels, meaning I can get the audio from the left channel and I can center it, or I can take it and center it down the audio field, the stereo field, and it can exist as its own recording. And I can take the one from the right and I can do the same thing and layer them on top of each other and just mix them volume and EQ wise, right? Vertically, as they say. And so that's a little trick, so, but being here on a live stream, because I usually only use OBS for post-production, like to keep a high quality render, because our goal necessarily, our focus was not necessarily high quality 60 frame per second streams. We were going to build up to that, right? There's no point to try to exert your computer, and we had a whole lot of other shit going, but we knew that put the part of the process was putting those concepts out there, and then eventually we'll get to this point. So now that we are at this point, right? It's crazy because so yeah, like this is coming from a preamp. So you have a mono input, right? So this microphone is a mono input. So what I'm supposed to do is on here, I'm supposed to select my preamp and make it mono. You know what I'm saying? So that I'm not just coming from the left field, right? And so I'm doing that. So as you can see here, but then even if I go here, it's still gonna be mono. So right, ideally my goal is to try to have a setup where I didn't have to switch back and or where I didn't have to edit that back and forth. But as you see, one thing, it's not that hard, you know what I'm saying? So it's still efficient to just, one thing that I'm gonna have to make a mental note is when I do come on here, I'm just going to have to change this. If I'm doing a recording, just as simple as boom. But that was a refresher from my mind for what I had to do. So, because I'm not always actively aware of what I may or may not have to do. Sometimes these are things I plan in my mind, and not just me alone, but me and Millie as well. We come up with these ideas to make everything efficient and to kill as many birds with one stone, should I say. And so now that I've decided, just impromptu, which everything is planned, but I've decided that now it's worth me actually upgrading the quality of my stream, because now that I have a whole page of the concepts, so it's like, all right, the concepts aren't even watchable anymore because, I spent that time and say, well, I'm still explaining the concept, so right. But now that the concepts are explained, it's like, all right, time to start displaying them in a certain fashion. So yeah, so now we're upgrading the stream quality. So what we're doing here is we're gonna take this, and it's just mono. So now everything is good. But what we also got to do is technically, because I have loop back on, I could take my desktop audio and use that if I want to, but we're gonna do that we're gonna try that things like that I'm not sure about, and that would take some time. We'll just make those separate episodes, and it won't be a waste of time because we'll create the content and learn whether or not it'll be a review or a demonstration on whether or not that audio solution will work. So I forgot my whole thing is setting everything up, and so reason I like this lab is once I get tired or I feel like, all right, man, let me get up, let me go do what I gotta do. I don't feel like doing this. I could just literally, it's already set up. It's a advancing concept, like project, meaning that it's continuous. So everything that I do today is gonna stand, and we're coming back to it later. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to continuously, gradually keep building. So everything that I do actually benefits the next thing that I do, to try to articulate that quickly. But capture card. So I have my capture card audio. So what I want to do with that as well, so you see right here how I have it panned to the right. You know what I'm saying? What I actually want to do is I don't want to mono it, right? But I do want to balance it So I'm going to balance that so that everything is center. So now, and we'll create different scenes and stuff like that. But now, and we'll duplicate even this, right? We'll make one for YouTube, right? And we'll call this one gaming, even though you guys can't see. Call this one gaming, and we'll make my face smaller so that you can see more of what I'm doing. And then we'll do one even more with this YouTube, right? And we'll just call it YouTube 2 right now until we come up with something. And what we'll do, right? Maybe we want to have me right here so you could so I can demonstrate something, right? Then we'll duplicate that one, right? We'll give these all different names. But right here, let's just say we want to rock with Shabata, the Big Papa, right? And we gonna high res your boy, right? But here's something we gonna do. Actually, let's do me like this. Let's do it easy, right? You get an easy way and a hard way. The choice is yours. So we'll do it like this, and then we'll transform. Even though you guys aren't gonna be able to see my settings, I could make it to where you could, right? See? Look, man, I'm so nifty. My nifty nickel. We'll put that right here, right? And then we won't even have to create a new thing for this because I'm just showing this for right now. This is so nifty because even when I'm talking, I'll be able to, ooh, this is just so much better. I had to kind of clean my computer up, and I guess maybe I'll do a series on that. Wow, this is crazy. Coming in so clear. See, we do so much of the shit on the melon, you know, I'm never even seeing myself like this, but damn, you know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to save that. I like that. And so now we're gonna take this one and we're gonna crop. Oh, no, actually. Oops. I don't know what I did, but let's undo it. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna transform. See, like this, I feel so guilty when I get up and I do this, but I'm actually doing some work, man. And this will help too when we do a lot of, you know, our episodic content. And so we're gonna crop left. What are we gonna crop? How much are we gonna crop? Let's just type 450. Nope. So 600. Well, hold on. So let's do. I don't know the math right now. 450. I could watch a video and get the good math, but let's do 450. Bounding box. Let's do no bounds. There we go. So then exactly. So we know 900. I think 450 is actually. I think I did the math right. Cause you know, you got 900. So that's half of 1080 left and right. So, and my Xbox did cut off. That's trash. But let's put me over here. So you got 900 to 900. So I'm directly in the middle. And then, do I want to be directly in the middle? Split screen. I feel like I'm not split screen though. Oh, It's not half of 1800. It's a half of 1080. That's why I'm like, bro. So 1080, half of 1080 is what? 590? No, 490, right? No, 1080. 520? Yeah. So we're going 520 each. Oops, 520. Like that math right there. You know, I was on the spot. I'm always good under pressure because a lot of people fail under pressure doing math in front of people, man. 520 to 520, and then boom. I don't know if that's not right though. See, this says 1081, right? And this will say 1040. So I did something wrong. What is the bounding box of this? Let's see. Oh, this shit on some 4K. 2160. I think they got us on some bullshit. 2160. Some math is gonna be needed here. 2160. 2160. I don't know, bro. 2160. How do you get that one? So that means that something has to be carried. Let's not be stupid, man. I could do this shit off the top of my head, but time is money. $10.80, yeah, it's 1080, and then we divide that by 2. 540. That's why I said 520. I'm fucking dumb. I told y'all I was dumb. No, it's just a lot of pressure doing math in front of people, you know. On the spot. I feel like I'm in class. Back in the day. That doesn't feel right though. Look, 1080. 1080. Right? It don't feel like I'm right in the middle. Actually, let's see like this. Let's edit transform this, right? And let's get the deets. So this is, so it's 1080 up and down vertically. Has to be. So 3840. Holy shit. That's actually, 4K. So 1920 divided by 2, that's the width. And then we divide that by 2, and that's 960 on each side. I'm like, bro, I'm not in the middle. You know what I mean? So this is what goes into it, man. I'm not even sure if I want to do 960 on each side. That doesn't even make sense. Yeah, that's not even, like, that's not possible. Like, I'm gone. What the fuck? So here's the deal. So this shit is 1920 by 1080. So it's 1080 vertically. Has to be, right? We want half. So 1920 divided by 2, 960 divided by 2, 480. There we go. It's just a little bit of algebra, man. And here we go. Now we're dead center. And we want our game in the background. So do I want to, we keep this too. So we got this one. So we'll say YouTube, right? Full screen. Screen share. Alright, like the camera. Then we got this one is YouTube top left camera with game. So if I'm explaining something, this would be cool if I'm explaining some shit and I'm like looking down at the game, like what's going on at the game, like physics wise and stuff. Hey, it's good for explanation. Then we got gaming, right? I'll just give more detail, right? Bottom left camera, right? It's like more observational. We'll even put that there. Then you got just the OBS screen. Then we'll even get more detail. Oh, whoa, no, not remove. My mouse is low on battery and it's so far from the computer. It does stupid shit. Then bottom left. And then this one is just straight split screen. Split screen. Camera. Game. And then we got the screen share. Screen share. And so we obviously just need the fuck. We need another one. See all of these? We need another one. Just need a split screen. Then I'll do different ones. I could, obviously ones that I'm missing is me split screen with whatever. Like if I'm reacting to something, I'll kind of figure some of those out. Ooh, I kind of always like these because then even on a vertical, you can make it smaller. And then, on a 916, yeah. And we'll just get this out of here, right? And so, then even from here, I could think of some other ones, right? And that's just how you get creative, right? Like, think of this. Like, you don't want the whole shebang. Ooh, no, let's put shift. I think it's shift to keep it nifty. Or something like this, right? No, and then let's transform. Or let's blend. Nah. I'm here. I'm in the motherfucking game. This is crazy though. Even though this looks kind of crazy. Oh, it's like any element. I'm just gonna low key be behind. Do we even want me up here though? Oh, and that's my other account that we're gonna have to use for loading, because on certain things, right, you only get a certain amount of yada yada yada. So I thought I was being smart. We can do it every night. Yeah, that's ridiculous. What are we playing? We're playing 2K right now. We're gonna do some shit on there, I guess. I don't know. This looks stupid, right? Maybe let's do some less stupid shit. So small on there. Oh no, let's play. Let's make these live, like with the game, like a little angel. Like a 2K angel or video game angel. Hello, niggas. That's crazy. I'm gonna do some straight funny shit. Look, I'm here. I'm here, but I'm not here. Three weeks left. I don't know. This looks so trash. Maybe. I don't know. Then it's not, you feel me? It's not ratioed the right way. Let's see. This ain't bad, right? No, like I got latency, but let's say I'm playing on my monitor here. Like if I really just want to be on some editing shit, I don't know. We'll figure these things out, right? And then we always, split screen on a nigga, and we could reverse it to where I'm up here in the game. The game is down there, but right now we're gonna go with no. I don't even know why this is called. Call this game full screen. Alright, and we're gonna get rid of this. And there you go. Only thing I really gotta do now is monitor like the levels. So see, this is where this comes in handy. So you see down here, let's see which one we want to rock with my screen share. This would have been hard with the screen share. Oh, I could still do that with the screen share, right? And then we have this on here, right? So one thing, oh yeah. One thing that goes hard with this, right, is that I can monitor. You see right here the levels down here at the bottom. It's gonna be hard for y'all to see, but at the bottom you can see when I move it, you can see the actual sound. So we can actually level. We can control our audio levels in here. So I think this might be my favorite right here if I'm talking and doing something, or if I'm trying to explain. So yeah, we're gonna get into some creator players. Oh, that's what I gotta do, some screen share shit too when I'm doing this, but you know, that shit is gonna go hand in hand, you know. We'll get into that. We'll do that. We'll set that shit up. I still can't decide if I'll set that up on here or not, but I'm gonna listen back to the audio. And the good thing, like I said about here, is that you know what I'm saying? If I don't like the audio, I could just literally go down here and edit the actual audio. You know what I'm saying? And I could measure the levels and things. That's something me and Millie was supposed to been doing, but you know, ain't got to it. Like everything else, man. Niggas ain't got to it, and that's why I try to tell y'all, man. Y'all gotta do everything yourselves. Hey. Figure out how to deal with this latency. But even if I was doing it like this, I would play on this screen right there. So it is what it is. Thanks for tuning in. This episode, this goes hard though. We're gonna get into more shit like this. We're gonna build the construction series. Hey, look at me compensating for trying to compensate for the lag. We'll do it like if I'm playing like this, we'll play right here. Niggas can get that live, but we're using the TV for like more of a scaled what's the word I want to use? A tool, like a source. Look, see right here, I'm hearing my dribbling. Let's go to this one. I'm hearing my dribbling, right? Dribble. The ball is motherfucking louder than me. So we gonna go down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When I'm talking. Let's see if it changes. Okay, yeah, it just changes overall. When I'm talking, I don't want the goddamn ball louder than me. That doesn't make sense. I don't want nothing loud as me. Not right now. You know what I'm saying? But there will be times interactively, which it won't matter because we'll record all our things like separately, individually, to where we can capture them. But there will be times where I will want to blend into the game. And then we'll do little things where you show us playing in character and things like that. But yeah, man. What more can I say? Let me see. Took it off necessarily 1080. And now look how smooth it is. Or not 1080, but how you wanna call it? 4K. So is that better? Y'all let me know. Is that better? I'll watch it. It seems better. Cause look, I'm playing it without latency. It seems way smoother, but I'm pretty maybe it went down. Here's a way to check. I think let's go to transform, edit transform. And I think, yeah, it went from, look, see, it went 1090. I mean, it went 1080. Cause look, if I go to 4K, it's gonna be just straight up buffering. And I don't even think you guys can view it in 4K. And maybe I can't even view it in 4K on this. And maybe that's the problem. Let me see. If I edit transform. Yeah, let's see, this is 4K, so I don't even know if this shit can handle this. Maybe if I go to Twitch, we'll do different tests on Twitch. But see, we just discovered something. But see how I could break my moves down in the frames off the dribbles. Hey, hello. But you know, the latency, I can't really time the shot. But but like I say, these are the things you have to consider too, right? So on YouTube I think has a limit of no, I'm pretty sure you can stream shit in 4K. But we'll just put, so let me go back to show you guys what we're doing. We're gonna go to capture card. We're gonna click right here where the properties, and we're just gonna set high. So then when we do that, it's gonna do the work for us and set it where we need it to be. So I feel like this is more, it's not as sharp, you know, it doesn't look as sharp, but look, you can actually see the movement. So I don't know, for certain games, I guess. The fight night looked good though, but we'll do different tests, the quality test. And so that's really what the show is about. Make or break. Is the production right? Like we got what we want. Is it what we need? Is it right or wrong? So these are certain things like me and Millie have to deal with. We're behind the scenes. Like I don't want to part with something. I'm like, oh, this looks better, but it's not as functional. So that's where we test. Look at this shit. How I'm just, I can actually even play. I could play like this. It's a little latency, but mind you, like I said, this is my guy with this is me right now. I got like a 43. I just, you know, when you create your own jump shot and you base it off your shit, see, I just made it how, you know, how I feel like my jumper is. Well, not look wise, you know what I'm saying, but release wise. Like obviously I go motherfucking play, I'm gonna have to work on my actual shot form. Just got to get my weight under me. Sometimes I gotta feel the weight of my player. Here we go. Get us one. There we go. Get us two. Get us three. Oh, that's rest release. Take a step in there. Hey. Hey. Oh, you niggas in trouble. Oh, you niggas in trouble. Hopefully the mechanics of the next game, I was about to say hopefully they ain't too different, but that's just me being selfish because I want to be able to recreate all of this shit. But hopefully it's just better and it's easier to transfer all this data. So you see if you'll go watch, you'll see the construction series on how we transfer some of the data. Or actually you won't, because I still have to upload it, but maybe I'll have to edit that stuff. I don't know. This is a kind of private page, so nobody won't too much get out, but you know, you never know what you may find in those files. But yeah, this is way smoother, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the fight night is better at whatever. Oh shit. This shit got me playing like goddamn. Not even this ain't even me at this point. Ooh. how you rock it, man. And I say it's different ways to do things. This is obviously, like I said, smoother right here, letting it scale at high, and it's just gonna scale at 1080. But to me, it's less sharp, but the movement is more fluid for basketball. So maybe I'll just, yeah. So you never know. Maybe I'll just change it for fight night. You know, going between fight night and depending on what I'm streaming, and I'll just have to turn and do it real quick. And all we'll have to do is what? Turn, click right here, and we could decide, hey, do we want to play this in 4K, or do we just want to let it decide? Let me see. Do I want to use buffering? Let's try it. Nah, that shit is delayed though. Maybe if we put it for, I keep feeling like I'm gonna fuck this up, but you shouldn't be able to fuck it up, right? Let's use buffering. See, look, this shit is sharper to the eye, but look how delayed it, yeah, see? So maybe certain games with less movement, because this is going 60 frames per second at 4K with all this movement and all these elements, so use buffering would not work. But so maybe we gotta have different settings for different games, like 2K, this will be our setting because of all of the movement. Look, that's so fluid. I could literally, I'm watching, and it's actually slowing the frames down to where I can time my jumper even better. That's wild. Like, look, you can see the motion of my shot. And my dribble move, so. And I'm like, even though it's delayed, I'm reacting to the sound in the back. So maybe that's why, that's what's so crazy. It's like, I'm like, how am I still timing this shit right? But it's like echolocation. My equilibrium. But we gonna get off of this and we'll come back and we'll look into the methods or the potential, the prospects of the heights we could use GTA and Fight Night. We'll get all our shit right. And so, hey man, big advancements here. And then, like I say, this will always help, like the creation series and stuff like that, to where if I do have to pop on screen, I can come here, or yeah, like this is centered, so this is dead center, so I'll just come right here, and I'll probably use this mic up here, you know what I mean, and put this mic over there for if I have to turn and use a TV. Like I said, I like using a bigger display because it's easier to perceive like the scale. Like, I feel like when everything's scaled down, the difference between one element and the next is it's just relatively too, the difference is relatively too difficult to perceive. So, you know, when you scale it up, that difference is still ratioed equally, and so it just makes it easier to perceive. It's like turning up something louder. The scale and the difference, the ratio is what it is, the difference is what it is. It's just either more or less perceivable at a certain volume. So hello, we might got a sharpshooter. So just imagine me just because I can actually see it. Just imagine me this a 43. Imagine me on a motherfucking when I get a higher 3. But this is where what I wanted to create is something where it resembled real life, to where, you know, in real life you do have to work on your actual jumper from a base format with a low overall, like, and you work your way up to a certain point. And so that's why I created this scale model in this series. Is I'm gonna build myself all the way up from the basics with the basic rudimentary elements, right? Because that's what lower level basketball is, controlled by the rudimentary elements, right? That's what makes somebody who could play at this level not able to play at the next level, is, you know, you haven't mastered these things necessarily and gone on to the next plane of, you know, aggregates that are applicable to that level, meaning in what simple terms, like athleticism. Like, all right, you got the skill, but have you trained your body to be that level of athlete or team player or things like that? So of course I'm definitely good enough to play at this level that I'm creating. That's why I'm starting here. But would I in real life? I would, if I didn't have other things I was doing, you know what I mean? But of course I had health issues and stuff like that, but I feel like I said I would have dedicated myself past that. But I'm already, you know, running my companies. That's, look, man, in life, man, you gotta, once you go down a path, once you go down that path, it's hard to get back in the river. It's hard to try to pedal back up the river. Time waits for nobody. Time, money, acquisition of resources. And so, who knows, man? You might see me playing on the team somewhere one day, but for now, I'm doing shit like this. I'm teaching the game. And so, like, this would make it so easy for me to teach. Look, boom, release point. Catch it, center, catch, release point. Get close to that line. And doing tutorials are like, all right, you want to catch it, you want to get close to that line. That's fundamental. You want to be as close to that line as you can without being on it, because that counts just as much as this, and it's an easier shot. You know, it should be an easier shot if you have proper mechanics. You got a lot of people that can shoot from out here, right? But they can't shoot from up there, and that comes with what, working on your mechanics, whether it's your dribbling into your shot, you know, like if you ever watch Steph, like when he really locked in, he'll get his toes on that line and yop. And then, you know, that corner, that's just, and then so, like I said, we'll have to have a different one for if I'm playing full screen. And then, like I said, we'll probably just play on that screen right here. So, hey, advancements in the lab, software-wise and conceptually and workflow-wise, are gonna be reflected in changes. Cause really, I do need a gaming monitor. This is my color editing, my color grading monitor, which, you know, I'm picking up dust, but maybe I'll put a gaming monitor right there, or I'll just flat out get a gaming monitor here, right, dead center. No, this is my computer monitor, but maybe get a smaller computer monitor where I can control everything there, and then just have my camera right on top of my gaming monitor. We'll see though, because my desk setup, I mean, I could get way closer, but it's like I have my desk right here that I like to have my keyboard and stuff on there, and so I can move that closer, but it's just the setup we got right now. I have stuff underneath the desk behind it, but man, that's just as simple as coming in. We can come in and get some shots up. Come on, yeah, let's just get some shots up, or let's work on combos. You know, triple thread into the shot, and we'll just do it till we get it right, till we get that time and that snap repetition. Like I say, this is NBA 3 right there. So if we want a high school 3, I should be able to. Oh, see, that's the only thing I don't like about this game. But I do like it in reality. It drags you back. But that is true though. You ain't gonna be shooting high school 3, but I just do it cause I can shoot high school 3 easy. You know what I mean? I'm not a dead eye high school 3 shooter, but I'm a capable one. So to be a college level or NBA level is a little further than college. So you know, college somewhere right there. So that's technically your mid-range rating. So that's what I'm trying to, But I think that should be even reflected in the NBA rating because you have players that are great mid-range shooters that aren't great three-point shooters, and it might represent college 3. But we'll figure out the difference in that. And then we'll even too when we do our EuroLeague ratings, because like I said, I have a bone to pick with the ball handling, and maybe we'll get in contact with the guy who made it. Start doing shit like that, man. Breaking the fourth wall for real. Hey. And then even too, I feel like we have to get more break points in the shot release, because I can time it off the look, but if I just naturally try to feel it, it don't feel right. But we'll get to it, man. Thanks for tuning in. We gonna, look at that bitch, man. I'm shooting that bitch from deep. Cause I'm actually watching my phone instead of just trying to feel it. But I want to be able to feel it, you know what I'm saying? Cause that's what's more realistic. Give me one, come on. I want a deeper one, pause. Fuck it. And then too, we'll have these, I gotta do something where I have this internally recording, so that, let's say right now my Wi-Fi ain't the best or whatever, or my computer's putting out too much RAM, we still have the internal one, and we can upload it and edit it and take the best parts, and then whoever misses the live, the point of the pre-produced content is to package it and present it in a more digestible fashion. But that's me right there, you know what I'm saying, getting it in the lab, and everything's coming together. I told you, fuck niggas, and we getting ready for next year, and I'm make an announcement on that when I get back, man. So thanks for tuning in, my guys.